This is part of your garden?
Yeah, and the steel structures with the cable and the stones, it's called Ode to Stones. There's one in front of the house and 4 have sold. You know, and so...
You like stones.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I found it very interesting, especially when I got older, that I read that farmers used to tend their branch of a tree, if they wanted to hang away, you know, hang down, they would take and put rocks, hang rocks from it to bring the limb down, and the limb would grow that way. And so I was always enthralled about this, like ranchers and farmers did this, because it was like, what the hell's with the rock in the tree? And then he told me, I went, ooh. And because it was it just was odd to me that a rock is in the sky.
Yeah, but you know? it's they're using it as a tool.
As a tool, and so it's like, you know, and then this stone is to homage. Somebody once asked me, oh, I collect rocks. I said, I don't collect rocks, I use them. Big difference. Yeah, this is one of my favorites, living in wartime.
What I really enjoy about looking at your work is the amalgam between the found object and the casting process. I really find that to be intriguing.
Well, see, one of the things about one of my students made me that. Another one made me an anchor. And the hand is like, it was sitting out here with the snow on it. My nephew goes, it's the Terminator! So the young artist thought that was absolutely terrific. But see, with the found object aspect, see, with the nails coming on through here, you can see it's starting to tear, so eventually this is going to be a nice red run mark. Here and here. As you can see, as this dripped down to cover this. So as this piece outside cures, everybody has a problem with rusty steel.
I don't.
This steel is going to outlive people's great-great-grandchildren, because it's quite thick.
Well, they think that the rust is going to eat through, but
no, it sets itself.
As a painter,
I
love that color. There's a painter. Oh, there's something I just discovered. There's a painter I know, James Stevens, just had a show at Limburg, and he could paint rust. And I always wonder, how did you get that color, man?
This is called core.
Core.
As in core of the earth. You know, so again, the suspended rock. And my niece and nephew has fun swinging it around. And this is my storage area. This is my stone area. Yeah, other than like some of the smaller stone bend the back.
Yeah, let's look into your... I call it a barn, but
yeah, it's the shed.
The shed.
And in here, it's like more styrofoam, more steels, grid patterns stored there, large wood, plywood, and also the stuff for the garden. But I got this Pazawazu table here that rolls out, for instance, for the big pieces to grind. I don't do them in the studio because they're too big to hold up. So I like bolt it down here, bring my tools out, and work on it out in the garden. This is a marvelous table for anybody who's like working at a Stanley Portable.
Portable clamping table.
It's a marvelous tool. Matter of fact, the guy at Lowe's, I kept looking at it and looking at a cheaper one. He goes, buy that one. If you don't like it, just bring it back. Don't even put it back in the box. I guarantee I'll give you the money back. And he signed the receipt. I came back about 2 weeks later to pick up some more steel, you know, and nails and screws and bolts. He goes, like that table. I said, you were absolutely right.
I wish I could communicate the aroma in here because it is earthy, garagey. Aromas can take you back, and it really, really, like I told you earlier, reminds me of the garage that we had when I grew up. And there were old cars and tools, and that was before I even thought about becoming an artist. And now I kind of treasure that. Look at that chair back there, that little...
Robert Hansen.
Yeah.
Came home one day and was out in the garden, and we just haven't found a place for it yet.
I love chairs.
And then, like, you know, stuff to be taken apart and stuff to be put back together.
Oh my, this is... And here's your garden. And, you know, it's about living.
Oh, yeah. And then this goofy thing my one brother-in-law bought me, but it was all shiny, so I, like, took the shine off of it and let the rust go. And this is the chief, and he's fishing.
That's another kind of like motif you've got here, like the fish that the student gave you. And
Well, fish in both Christian and Buddhist fame is like, symbol of life.
That's right.
Plus, I'm from Michigan. When I was a younger man, I fished a lot. And part of it was spending a great amount of time on the water. Another Hannah piece.
We're from Michigan.
Michigan. From the Rust Belt kind of a town.
Rust Belt. We love it.
See Holland over there? And this is like another one of my piles of rocks. But the rocks are down there and they're reversed. And so, again, top rocky as you can see it from the steel dripping down on it.
Interactive.
That's Mark Belchenko.
Yeah.
And he's done a lot of these that he's painted. And he wanted my opinion about the paint. And I said, I like the rusty one.
Yeah,
and so this was
rust.
the prototype. And he was moving from one studio to the other and he gave it to me. And my wife told me that's the last sculpture in the garden because you're running into my garden space. And I went, yes, dear.
Yeah.
Here's one of my favorite sculptures in here.
In here?
Yeah. And people go, well, doesn't that bother you? This is called Three Cuts in a Zen Garden. This is when I was a visiting artist in the foundry at Macomb.
Yeah, but it's something to discover.
I know. Well, that's what gardens are always supposed to be for.
Yeah.
You walk around, you discover all kinds of little stuff. But in the wintertime, it shines. And people say, there's no such thing as a winter garden. This garden is absolutely stunning in the winter.
In the winter? Yeah.
Because the shadows from all the sculptures and the snow and the pond goes on all winter long. It's like, I sit out here in the winter and I work out here. When I'm making big stuff, I work out here.
No, it's really wonderful. And it's like you're in tune with nature and you are collaborating with it. Here's something else I just found.
Well, those are my hose things. Damn squirrels. We're going through the baby squirrels now. They decided to dig holes arbitrarily all over the place.
And here's, is that a frog? Well, oh, more frogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, my battery's about to go. I think I'll end up right here. Oh, no, ring it. I'll end up with you.
Nice bronze bells.
Yeah.
But for these to ring, it'd have to be a hurricane. We're by the little bells over there. The temple bells work just fine.
This has been a real treat.
Oh, my pleasure too, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you so much.